What's up, everybody? Ryan here with Real Broker. I'm going to start this video off by saying if you are interested in Real Broker, you want to find out more information or just what we might be able to offer for you, reach out to me. All of my contact information is going to be in the video description. Please give me a shout. I am available to you to answer all your questions and inquiries, and I hope to hear from you soon. Let's get into it. The topic for today is switching brokerages. It is late November, and if you're from Canada or anywhere in the northern United States, this would be the period of time where business seems to slow down, the market cools off a little bit. But let's face it, at the moment, the market has cooled off anyway. No matter where you are in North America, the market seems to be slowing just a little bit. And a lot of people start questioning if they're with the right brokerage or if they had thought about a different brokerage or switching earlier in the year, they put it off until around this time. So what kind of questions should you be asking yourself to determine whether switching brokerages right now is going to be the right move for you? When I switched from a traditional brokerage to a cloud-based brokerage, the most important thing that we wrestled with, and when I say we, I mean me and my family and my wife and I had many discussions about this, it was, where is my business coming from? Is a big recognizable brand like the Big Balloon or any of the other ones, are they the most important thing when you're contemplating a career move like this? When I ask you that question, it is trying to lead you down a path of doing the data analysis on where all of your past business has come from. And to be quite honest, I can't think of any more than about a point of a percentage of my business at that time that had come from anything but my warm market. So it was either people that I knew, had a relationship, that trusted me, that gave me a chance when I first started out, or as an extension of that, it was a referral that came through those people. So I have the benefit of having a large network, and all of my business was coming from warm market leads. Now, you too can build your warm market that big. You just need to get out there and meet some more people. So when I made the decision, it was kind of a no-brainer when I came to the realization that none of that stuff came because of what company I was with. It was very rare to get one of those leads from the company and actually have that convert to a finalized sale. I had to remove that obstacle. And in my mind, I did when I made that realization that it's not the brand I'm sitting with that brought me my business. It's the people in my life that have brought me the majority of my business. So when you're asking yourself if it's a good time to switch, that's one of the questions you should be asking. Where are my leads coming from? Is a brokerage promising me leads? And is that an advantage? Because sometimes it's not. Cold leads can really take up a lot of your time. And chances are you're like me, and the majority of your business has come from your own circle already. And to throw a little twist into that, if you're constantly getting fed leads, you're never really learning what it takes to grow your business. As a segue to the next one, the whole thing about learning how to grow your own business, does a brokerage you're considering have adequate training opportunities? Do they have the right leadership and mentorship that you're looking for? Many of the cloud-based brokerages that are out there have great training programs. They're online based. Also, though, the little bit of a cultural difference is you have large groups of people. And while they're not traditional real estate teams, we are definitely a team in another sense of the word, that we all work together and help each other. So there are opportunities and collaborative efforts all the time as being part of, certain groups, certain brokerages. So really investigate that. I have been a part of 2 cloud-based brokerages that have both really been amazing. And the one I'm currently with has, of course, been awesome in that regard. In the past, when I was with traditional brokerages, it was more of a competitive environment where you're not sure if the person next to you is listening in to what you're saying, is going to try to steal your lunch, and when I say steal your lunch, I mean steal your business. But there was definitely some weird dynamics going on. shenanigans. And I experienced that at a couple of different places. And I have nothing negative to say about these brokerages, but that's just kind of the way it is sometimes, especially when you go to these juggernaut of brokerages that have a couple of hundred agents in there. Those are the kind of environments you can get swallowed up in pretty easily. The next one, commission splits. What is your commission split? And there's going to be a twist in here a little bit, because I have seen anywhere from 50-50 to 90-10. Now, 50-50 is ludicrous. I have been with two brokerages that cost me 60-40, which means I keep 60% of my commission and 40% goes to the company. Make sure you know what you're getting for your 40%. Because if you're a $100,000 gross commission earner and all of that company is doing is providing you a cubicle, maybe paying for some marketing, that's $40,000 that you are giving back to that company. What are you getting for that? You're getting some brokerage support, but you get that anywhere. You get that anywhere. So if you move forward and you look at a company like Real Broker, and of course I use them because they're my current company and they're my favorite company and they're the ones I'm currently with. It is an 85-15 split, which means I only give 15% of my commission back to the company. And this is all very public information. This is stuff they put right out there on their website for anyone looking around to it. But here is the major difference. It's not just the split, it's also the cap. So Real Broker caps at $12,000, which means once you hit $12,000 given back to the company through your 15% that you're giving them, that goes away and you keep 100% of your commissions, aside from a tiny deal fee for each transaction after that. That's the very high level overview. I have seen brokerages that start at 60-40, and then when they get to a certain threshold, it changes a little bit, and they get to a certain other threshold, another milestone, it changes a little bit, but it never really goes away. The best I've seen, I think, is 30%. And if you are a $500,000 earner, and in this market, that's a lot, you do the math on that, that is a ton of money just for being part of that brokerage. Now let's talk a little bit about office space. Not just environment, but the brick and mortar buildings that make up the traditional brokerage. If that is important to you, I really strongly suggest that maybe you go in that direction. If you think you need that, go in that direction. However, make sure you're not signing a contract that locks you into one of those brokerages for a significant period of time. I've seen those contracts go for years, and there is a monetary penalty for breaking that contract. So read the fine print before you sign anything and just make sure you really look into it. Now, EXP and Real are two cloud-based brokerages, but I will say that there are shared office spaces in a variety of communities. The catch in Manitoba is that you cannot advertise a space as a certain brokerage unless you have a broker attached to that office. So there is a couple of spaces in Winnipeg. There's one in Brandon. I have a space in Portage, but I cannot advertise it with my branding simply because there's no broker attached to it. But there is that space. So what is important is being in that office. And remember what I talked about leads. Are you sitting there waiting for people to come through the door? Or are you using it to meet with clients? What is the purpose of that? Because even in cloud-based brokerages, there is opportunity to have these spaces at your disposal. They're just not going to be with your branding splashed all over the place waiting for people to come to you. Another thing to consider is cost. So when I say cost, I mean you're going to need to change your branding. If you're switching a brokerage, you're going to need to switch signs. You're going to maybe, depending on your arrangement with where you're coming from, you'll have to buy your own posts, your own marketing materials, and you'll have to actually put some money out of pocket. So that is definitely a consideration when you're going to switch brokerages. Make sure you're set up so that you can do all this stuff rather seamlessly and have success going into your new environment. Here's one you might not have considered. Does your brokerage have healthcare? And does your brokerage set you up for retirement? And does your brokerage give you the opportunity to earn passive income? Those things I just mentioned do come with Real Broker. And if you want more information on that, please reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about it. All right, everybody. Those are just a few of the things that popped into my mind when making this video about the considerations when you're thinking about changing brokerages. Again, if anyone wants to chat with me and get more information on Real, all of my contact information will be in the video description. Please reach out to me. Thanks for watching, everyone. And if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe on the channel. I appreciate it.